Hello, my students, class 7. Today, the last chapter of the book New Radiant Readers, chapter 47, The Busy Bee. The Busy Bee. Now, this Busy Bee consists of two parts, 1 and 2. Now, here the writer is wondered about the activities of the busy bee. Now, in this chapter, the writer narrates the life of the very active bees, and especially the bees are very active during the time of the summer. In the winter time, they are becoming lazy. Lazy means they cannot come out from the nest, but still they have lots of work to perform. Now, today I will start the chapter and I will explain the meaning of the chapter to you. That is paragraph by paragraph. Now, the busy bee. Here the writer narrates the joy of work of the bees. Through the long cold months of winter, the bees have remained indoors. The bees have remained indoors, drowsy and lifeless. Now, through the winter, the bees are becoming very drowsy and lifeless. Drowsy means here to fall asleep. They are more or less asleep during the time of the cold months of winter. Yet they are never quite free from duties, for there is constant activity during even the winter period of rest. During the winter period of rest also, they have lots of activities. This is the first paragraph. In the dark and warmest corners of the hive, hive means actually the home of the bee, where they used to stay. They hang from the combs. Combs is the hanging nest in the hive. An ever moving cluster of tiny brown bodies, the bees on the outside continually changing places with those within. Cluster means a group of some things. Same type of the things grouping together is known as the cluster. The bees are clustering in one place in the hive, but they are constant changing the place. How week after week, month after month, the steady movement goes on, keeping up a warmth without which the little members of the hive would freeze to death. Some bees come out from the hive and some enter into the hive, and especially the younger bees, because if the younger bees come in contact of the cold weather of the winter time, they would at once freeze to death. For the bees are a people of summer skies and sunshine, because the bees are very much accustomed to the weather of the summer life, but not to the winter. On specially mild days, when a glow of pale wintry sunshine peeps in at the hive entrance, the bees may be tempted for short flights. Now, when in the summer times, or in more or less hot weather, the bees are becoming very happy and they have a desire to come out and to fly. Now, except for those short outings, they are content to spend the dark months at home, dipping into cells of provisions, keeping warm and awaiting spring. Now, except for some special occasion, the bees prefer to stay within the hive during the cold weather, and because they have to keep their body very warm, and they always wait for the spring. Gradually the days grow longer. The celandine peeps timidly from the dead tangle of the hedgerows, and daisies sprinkle the meadows with a powdering of misty white. Beside the stream marsh marigolds rest their heads in a glow of golden glory. Spring has sent her message to the anxious field folks, and in answer to her call, the clustering bees separate. The bees during the winter time, they cluster at one place, and now when the summer is coming, all the here in this paragraph, my students, we get a description of the arrival of the spring. Nature is ready to welcome the spring of season. The flowers are blooming, the stream water is very happy sprinkling, and everywhere the birds are chirping, chirping, everywhere there is the welcome sign to welcome arrival for the arrival of the spring. All is now bustle and activity in the hive. In the hive, the bees are becoming very active to welcome the spring. Spring cleaning begins with a thoroughness to be found only in the homes of these busy little people. The bees are becoming very busy due to the arrival of the spring. Every corner inside the great dark hive is carefully examined. The bees are becoming ready to examine the every corner of the dark hive. Why dark? During the winter time it became very dark, because no sunshine properly enters within the hive. Every nook and the cranny is swept clean. The magical process of wax making, the bees are ready to produce the wax now. To produce the wax is the secretion coming from the bees. Now the wax to produce the wax, the magical wax, to produce the magical word wax begins due to the arrival of the spring, and damaged combs are repaired to be ready for the coming busy season. The combs, that is the hanging nest, are damaged during the winter time. They are ready to prepare to clean it. Okay. Surrounded by her royal maids in waiting, the queen moves from cell to cell. The queen moves from cell to cell, laying in each empty cradle cell a teeny thread-like egg, and in every cell the queen egg is ready to lay egg. The fanners stand in rows, their quivering wings. The quivering wing means the vibrating wings. The wings are vibrating, moving. Carpenters and builders smooth down rough surfaces and close up draughty cracks in the weather-beaten outer walls. During the winter times, develop many cracks within outside or within the walls. The queen bees, that is the worker bees. The worker bees are the female bees. They are busy to make up, to repair those crack of the wall. Thousands of workers race hither and thither, humming their spring song of joy. All the bees, they are very happy for the arrival of the spring. They are singing the spring song of joy, each busy with her own special task. They are busy with special task. What a glorious time this is, when the bees make their first appearance in the early spring. During the winter time, the bees are mainly very lazy, but now they are becoming very active. Now they are becoming very active. It is a very joyous time. As the season advances, the hive reaches the height of its joy and prosperity. As the season when the spring is in her full swing, the bees are full, the hive becomes full of bees and full of joy and prosperity. Spring changes to summer, because we know, my students, the season always changes, and from spring to summer, sunny hillsides blaze with the gold blossoming gourds. Now the hillside, the becoming shining, started to shine with many flowers, with many types of the plants having many flowers. From early morning till sundown, the busy workers explore the countryside. From early morning, now during the springtime, the bees are full of activities. From early morning till sundown, the busy workers explore the countryside. The busy workers are exploring. They are going here and there to find out new countryside, returning with greater and greater stores. They are returning to the hive with greater and greater food, and bring news of fresh blossom laden meadows. And they are giving information with lots of new information of new meadows, new green field with many plants full of flowers, collecting their treasures of nectar and pollen. They are collecting the treasures, the wealth of nectar and pollen, my students. To the bees, nectar and pollen are very precious wealth. Nectar is the fluid secreted within flowers to encourage pollination, and pollen is a fine powdery substance, typically yellow, discharged from a male cone to fertilize a female to evolve during the pollination time. Now what happened, my students? Then what happened? Then they collect nectar and pollen from many flowers. The queen is now ready to now about June. After that, about June, the returning bees laden with pollen, spoil from field and meadows, find no vacant cell in which to store their burdens of pollen and nectar. The bees who are returning from the meadows with the treasures of nectar and pollen, they are finding no space in the hive, because it is full of the bees. The members of the hive have increased very greatly in numbers. Why there is no space? Because the members of the hives are increased in great numbers, for thousands of young bees are breaking forth each week from their nursery cells. Thousands of big young bees are breaking into a number of bees from their nursery cells, where from the eggs new bees are coming out. And the queen, who is now laying almost 3,000 eggs, the queen egg bees are laying 3,000 eggs each day, finds that there are not enough nursery cells. Nursery cells means cells where to lay the eggs, and the eggs will to nurture the eggs, from the eggs to a young bees. The hive is now too crowded. The hive is now too crowded. The fanners work without ceasing in a vain attempt to cool the heated air inside it. Now the worker bees are trying to cool the heated air inside the hive. It is clear now that swarming time is near. It is very clear that the swarming time is near. Now the swarming time is near, when thousands of members of the hive must give up wealth for poverty in order to make room for the coming thousands who are still sleeping in their wax-capped cradles. Cradle is the bed place for the newborn babies. Here for the newborn bees. The older ones the matured bees are sacrificing their places for the new ones because it is the time for the swarming bees. The bees, the eggs to fertilize. The young bees are coming out from the eggs, and it is the duty of the matured bees to give place to the younger ones. Okay, my students, this is the my explanation. Now you ready for the word meaning? Okay, for the word meaning. Number one, drowsy. drowsy, drowsy dash, ready to fall asleep. ASLEEP, asleep. Now drowsy, 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 ready to fall asleep. Number two, cluster, CLUSTER, cluster dash, a group of similar things positioned closely together. Cluster, CLUSTER, cluster. My students, these words are from your book. CLUSTER, cluster dash, a group of similar things positioned. POSITIONED, positioned closely together. Number three, tempted. TEMPTED, tempted dash, have an urge, URGE, urge to do something. TEMPTED, tempted dash, have an urge, URGE, urge to do something. Number four, combs. Now my students, this chapter that is this paragraph, first, second, third, fourth paragraph of the page number 176. This is a description of the coming spring season. Okay, now number 5, many flowers are blooming. Then the green meadows are full of many beautiful flowers. The stream water is shining like this. Okay, you don't have to bother much about this paragraph. It is description of the spring season. Number 5, combs, COMBS, combs. Combs means hanging nest in the hive. The nests are all hanging, and the cluster and the bees are clustered around the combs. Now hive. Now here hive means home for the bees. In this chapter, hive means a home for bees. Number 6, bustle, BUSTLE, bustle dash, move in an energetic and busy manner. BUSTLE, bustle, move in an energetic, ENERGETIC, energetic and busy manner. Now every nook and corner. Nook means every corner, cranny. Nook means every corner. CRANNY, cranny. My students, you write this line. Every nook and cranny swept clean. Now, CRANNY, cranny means a small, comma, narrow, NARROW, narrow space. Number 8, cradle cell, CRADLE, cradle cell dash, a small bed. Cradle bed dash, a small bed. Number 9, swarming time, SWARMING, swarming time, that is forming a large group. Yellowish, forming a large group. Now Wax-capped cradles, wax-capped cradles, W-A-X, wax dash C-A-P-P-E-D, C-A-P-P-E-D, wax hyphen capped cradles, that is a yellowish, YELLOWISH, a yellowish and sticky substance, STICKY, STICKY, sticky substance secreted by honeybees. So my students, I want to repeat these also. Number 9, swarming bees, SWARMING, swarming time. Again you write SWARMING, swarming time dash, forming a large group, wax-capped cradles, meaning yellowish, WELLOWISH, yellowish, and sticky, STICKY, sticky substance secreted, ACCRETED, secreted by honeybees. Number 11, quivering wings, QUIVERING. My students, all words from your book. QUIVERING, quivering wings dash, vibrating means moving, VIBRATING, vibrating wings means moving wings. Number 12, streams, STREAM, streams, STREAM, streams dash, river water, comma, continuous flow of water, STREAM, streams dash, river water, comma, continuous flow of water. 13, draughty cracks, DRAUGHTY, draughty, CRACKS, cracks dash, cold and cold and uncomfortable, UNCOMFORTABLE, cold and uncomfortable because of current of cool air. Now number 13, again my students, number 13, draughty cracks, cold and uncomfortable because of current of cold air. Number 14, hither and thither, HITHER, hither, and THITH, thither. Hither and thither means here and there. Number 15, prosperity, PROSPERITY, prosperity dash, glory, GLORY, glory. Number 16, gold, blossoming gorse. Now GOLD, gold, BLOSSOMING, blossoming gorse, GORAC, gorse. Now my student here, listen carefully. Gold blossoming gorse, GORAC, gorse is a new word for you, means kind of a plant. Now yellow shining plant. The meaning of the words gold blossoming gorse means yellow shining plant. Number 17, clover, 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 clover dash, a kind of plant belonging to pea family, P-E-A-P. Pea, you know, my student, peas is a kind of a plant and a particular family of the same characteristics. So, same features. So, number 17, clover, clover, a kind of plant belonging to pea family. Number 18, drowsy, 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 dash, half asleep, comma, sleep, HALF, half, ASLEEP, asleep, comma, sleep, SLEEP, sleep. Shimmering, 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 dash, shining with a soft wavering light, WAVERING, wavering light. Shimmering means shining, SHINING, shining with a soft, 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 wavering, WOVERING, wavering light. Treasures, number 20, my students, treasures, 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 dash, wealth, WEALTH, wealth. Number 21, nectar and pollen, nectar, NECTAR, nectar. Nectar means fluid secreted, FLUID, fluid secreted, ACCRETED, secreted within flowers. To encourage, ENCOURAGE, to encourage pollination, POLLINATION, pollination. Then pollen, nectar and pollen. I told you nectar and pollen, POLLEN, pollen. Pollen means a fine powdery, POWDERY, a fine powdery substance, typically yellow. Discharge, DISCHARED, discharge from a male cone, CONE, cone. To fertilize, FERTILIZED, to fertilize a female, FEMALE, female. To pollination, for pollination, for pollination. Again I am repeating pollen, 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 a fine powdery substance, typically yellow, discharged from a male CONE, cone, to fertilize a female for pollination. POLLINATION, pollination. Now, this pollination is transported by the wind, insects or other animals. Okay, my students. Now, this pollination is transported, TRANSPORTED, transported by the wind, insects or other animals. Now, my students, now you write few question answer. Hurry up. Now, question number 1. Why does the writer call the bee busy? Why does the writer call the bee busy? Write the answer. The bee is always working from morning to evening. The bee is always working from morning to evening. Full stop. They collect the honey. They collect the honey from every opening flowers and store it well in the hive. And store it well in the hive. Full stop. They are not idle. They are not, after full stop, they are not ideally idle and do not spend the time wastefully. Wastefully, wastefully, a single word. Wastefully, wastefully. So the poet calls the bee busy. So, my student, again I am repeating. Listen carefully. Why does the writer call the bee busy? The bee is always working from morning to evening. They collect the honey from every opening flowers and store it well in the hive. Full stop. They are not idle and do not spend the time wastefully. So the poet calls the bee busy. Now, then you write, my student, question number 2. Why does the bee sit on the flower? Question number 2. Excuse me. Why does the bee sit on the flower? Question mark. Write the answer. The bee sits on the flower. Again repeating, I am repeating. The bee sits, SITS, sits on the flower to collect nectar, and afterwards the nectar changes to sweet honey. Now, again I am repeating the question. Why does the bee sit on the flower? Answer. The bee sits on the flower to collect nectar, NECTAR, to collect nectar, and afterwards the nectar changes to sweet honey. Next question, question number 3. How does the bee build the hive? How does the bee build the hive? BUILD, build. Answer. The bees are clever. Again I am repeating, the bees are clever and build the hive by wax. WAX, wax, full stop. The wax secretes from its body. ACCRETES. The wax secretes from its body. Then you write, after full stop you write, the cells are uniform and beautiful. After full stop you write, the cells are uniform, UNIFORM. Uniform means same